So how much time actually goes into creating videos to create consistent video content that brings in leads? What does a typical day look like? Looks like this. What's up, friend? This video is a little different. We're not scripting. I am not reading off of a prompter. Spoiler alert, my son knocked over my prompter the other night and it cracked. So I'm waiting on a new one to come. I wanted to share what a typical day, a typical week looks like as a business owner who creates content that drives traffic and brings in leads. I am getting ready to launch my signature program, Social Video Academy. And one thing that's really important when you're buying a course from someone, especially someone who is teaching you how to do something, how to succeed at something, you kind of want to like see what their life looks like and see if it's what you want your life to look like. So I just kind of wanted to open up a behind the scenes, be super transparent, and show you what it looks like to create consistent video content that brings in leads. So what does a typical day look like? We wake up around 6 or 7 in the morning, depending on what time my son comes and crawls in our bed. And he pretty much like pats on our face, says, "Mommy, I wanna watch a movie," for like almost an hour. Then we all get up. Sometimes we'll make my son waffles. He's in a big waffle kick right now where 24/7 he just wants to eat waffles. We'll get up, we'll get him ready to go. Typically I'm still in my pajamas, and spoiler alert, right now it's 10 in the morning and I'm still wearing sweatpants. It's 11 in the morning and I'm still wearing sweatpants. Life of a business owner. Most times when I do film videos, top half is put together, bottom half is sweatpants and slippers. So there's a little behind the scenes look. So we've woken up, we've gotten ready, we go out the door, we drive my son to daycare at around 8-ish, and Bo and I alternate. So if he takes Lincoln in the morning, I'll pick him up in the afternoon and vice versa. And then my husband works from home, he works for Zoom, he's in the office right over there on a call right now. And I work upstairs in my office, whether that means I am working on developing a new product or shooting content for a client, because that's another area of my business other than like courses and stuff. I do create video content and photo content for big brands. So a lot of times that only takes up like maybe one day of my week or a couple days per month. The rest is focused on my course business and on one-on-ones with business owners like you. And yes, during a portion of my week, I do spend making videos for my business. So let's talk about how much time actually goes into creating videos for your business, specifically for YouTube and for Instagram. I typically will spend about 30 minutes writing a YouTube script, and that YouTube video is going to be anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes long. So 30 minutes writing a script. Then I spend about 5 minutes setting up because I do have a standing set up in my office. And then it takes me about 20 minutes to record with the process that I use. I do film with a teleprompter. I script out my tips because that is the most effective way for me personally to deliver information. Right now, I'm just talking to the camera. I'm not scripting anything, but I do have a list of notes of things that I want to cover because otherwise I don't think that this would be a very effective video, and I would ramble and I'd be like, what do I talk about? So we've got 30 minutes to write the script, 5 minutes to set up, 20 minutes to shoot, and then I typically edit for quite some time, but that's because I'm a professional editor and I'm super extra, and I add a lot of extra bells and whistles to my video that are not necessary for your video to succeed on YouTube. So I did time it, and the amount of time that it took me to just cut everything together and add some music under the video, which is your bare minimum that you could do, took me about 30 minutes. So if we go based off of that, 30 minutes plus 5 minutes plus 20 minutes plus 30 more minutes, that's about an hour and 25 minutes making a YouTube video that attracts leads for your business for potentially months or years on end. Worth it? I think so. Editing Shana here. So in addition to actually making the YouTube videos, I do take about an hour each month to do some keyword research. And that is what actually helps my YouTube videos to get discovered and to rank in search. So it's a really important part of that process. And I totally forgot to mention it because we were talking about like making videos, but I did want to be super clear that I spend about an hour or so each month doing keyword research and writing optimized descriptions for these videos that we upload. Okay, back to the video. What does my typical day look like? Looks like this. Filming reels. Ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Pretty funny. Filming reels is my favorite. A lot of times what I do is I'll just I have this big saved list in my phone, and then I figure out ways to adapt those specific reel ideas for my business, and I shoot them on the fly. And I don't always recommend doing it this way. Sometimes it's easier for people to batch create their content. And if you're one of those people, that's what I would recommend you do. Editing Shana here again. So in terms of reels and how much time is spent creating reels per month, I wanna give you some estimates here. And keep in mind, these estimates assume that you are posting all 4 types of reels that I teach inside Reels Roadmap. That's direct to camera, trending, wow factor, and easy informational. You're not just posting trending reels. And these time estimates include the planning, the shooting, the editing, and the writing of the captions of all of your reels. If you wanted to batch create all your reels at once, post 1 reel per week, you could probably expect to spend maybe an hour and 45 minutes total creating those reels that you post once per week. If you wanted to post reels 3 times per week, you could expect to maybe spend a little more than 7 hours creating your reels. If you wanted to post a reel every single day, you could probably expect to spend about 17-ish hours total making all those reels. All these estimates assume that you're a beginner, and you can definitely expect for the time that it takes to create reels to decrease over time. And over time, you may even find that you don't want to batch create reels, and you might want to do 1 reel here, 3 reels there. Whatever works for you is the method that I would encourage for you to use when you're making your reels. And this is all using the methods found in my Reels Roadmap course, which, spoiler alert, is included in Social Video Academy. Woo! So that's a little estimate about time you can expect to spend on reels every single month. Back to the video. Here's a little secret for you. The only days I get ready are the days that I get on camera, because I am gearing up for a launch. There's a little bit more of that going on than usual. On this specific day, it was part of my routine to go live. I always go into my lives with a plan, and this is actually one of the ways that I teach you to connect with your ideal audience inside the Social Video Academy. So going live is done. Filming a reel, posting it is done. Now I'm gonna freaking take care of myself and eat some lunch and make some coffee. And then we'll head back upstairs and work a little bit more on the course. Let's talk about reels. For this reel here, it took me about 5 minutes to film. And I shot it on the fly. Sometimes I'll make Instagram reels that way. I'll see an idea that I like, and then I film my version of it and I post it right then. Sometimes I batch create if I have a really busy week coming up. It all just depends on my schedule and what's going on in my life with my family. With that in mind, right now I am in a busier season of life. And this will happen too with you. Busy for different reasons, right? We have our personal life, we have our business life. And we want to make sure that we maintain a balance between the two, because I mean, nobody wants to freaking work all the time and have no fun. So right now I am in one of those busier seasons in life. I am getting ready to launch my signature program, Social Video Academy. I mentioned it at the beginning of this video. So I am putting in a little bit of extra work on top of what we've already mentioned, which PS, I still have to take you through my full day. We barely made it to picking Lincoln up at daycare, and the most fun stuff happens at night. Do we have some business to take care of? Yes. Let's go. Do. Woo! Hand me mine. Yeah!
Faster.
Ba, 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 ba. Yeah!
gotta wait.
My favorite part of being my own boss is the fact that I get to have Nerf gun fights like this every single day with my family. And no one can tell me no. Truly, that's the reason that most of us get into entrepreneurship. Your Ant-Man is so that we can have memories like these. Get ready for total annihilation. Ultimate domination. It's these memories that we're gonna look back on in 10, 20, 50 years and wish that we could have back. It's not those memories where we're sitting at a desk working for someone else building their business. We're gonna love these moments right here. That's why I'm such a firm believer in this idea that creating content should never take up more time than is necessary. Because life is about these moments here. You don't want them to pass you by. So that's why every single system that I use to create content for my business and every single system that I teach to my students, it all revolves around creating a life that you want to live. I just want to finish this thought that I have about the busy seasons in our life. So like I said, my life right now is super busy because I'm having to put in a little bit of extra work because I'm creating more content for my business at this moment. I'm shooting extra videos for sales pages. I'm shooting extra videos for ads and for my webinar advertisement. And I am putting in extra effort to grow my audience right before my Social Video Academy drops. And you would experience this too if you are focusing on audience growth, if you have something new that you're launching, whether it's a product or a new service you want to offer, or maybe it's just something new and exciting for your brand. Maybe you're launching a blog. You want to focus on growing your audience. During those times, you may focus a little more on content creation because that is what is going to grow your audience the fastest for $0. But then you might have some times in your business where you're creating less content, you're less focused on growth. Maybe you're developing something new internally, or maybe you're going through a really big life transition and you just don't have the time. I love that I'm able to put my content creation on the back burner in situations like this. For example, we just moved from California to Colorado. If you haven't checked out my little short film I did about California, it's basically a love letter to the state. Check it out right here. But when we moved from California to Colorado, we lived with my in-laws for about 5 or 6 months. It was a really busy time. It was a busy transition. Then we moved into our new house, which I'm filming in right now. And that was also a big transition. So during those 5 or 6 months, I barely posted on YouTube. And I took like a solid at least 4-month break. But I almost doubled my YouTube following in that time because your YouTube videos continue to work for you. And it's super cool watching the way that that platform has helped me to grow my business and my brand. That's one of the main reasons I recommend that you include YouTube in your content marketing plan. One, the life of the videos you post on YouTube can be years. And two, you can rank in search. And when people are typing in questions to Google or in YouTube, how many times have you Googled how to do something or searched on YouTube for a tutorial on how to do something? I know that I've searched for like at least 3 this week. You can optimize your videos to show up at the top of those search results. And that's one of the big things that I focus on in Social Video Academy, so that whether you're posting a video once a week, once a month, you can make sure that it is the best optimized video for that specific topic and that it will rank at the top of those search results. That's my little aside on YouTube and what's going on in my business, why I'm focusing so heavily on content creation right now. But after this launch, some of the extra things I'm doing leading up to this launch, I'm posting more reels. I am posting more YouTube content, sometimes more than once a week, going live every single week. So that adds a whole other element of like work. That is something that will be stopping every week after the launch of this program. And I'll probably go down to like maybe once a month because it is really nice to be able to connect with people in a live setting. I love it. And I love the fact that like During my last live, I had people tuning in from like India and Israel and the United Kingdom and just up the street in Colorado Springs. It's really fun being able to connect with your people in a live setting, and it does so much for building your credibility. That's a little bit about like what's going on with my business right now and why I'm focusing so heavily on content creation, because I am in an audience growth phase. But it won't always be this busy, and that is something that I love, because ultimately at the end of the day, we didn't start our business to just make videos all the time. Ew, not into that. I'm just realizing I never really finished going through my day with you. So we wake up, we take Lincoln to daycare, we work, then we pick Lincoln up from daycare, and then the fun begins. We get to all hang out as a family. Honestly, we just do kind of whatever we feel like. Then we cook dinner together. Bo cooks a lot. Bo is an amazing chef. Best chicken tacos you'll ever eat. After dinner, lately, we've been doing daily Nerf gun fights. If you love a good Nerf gun fight too, let me know in the comments. So fun. After Nerf gun fights are over, because bedtime does come, and we have a 3-year-old, what can I say? Then we put Lincoln to bed at around 8. And then when we're all done, if we don't have something that we need to take care of for the house, like right now we're about to get some landscaping in our yard, which I'm really excited about because currently it's all dirt. And freaking my dog just keeps tracking in dirt. I find little dirt clods everywhere. Rude. So I'm really excited to get that done. If we don't have something for the house that we're trying to get done, we'll typically end the night watching a show. We are currently watching Ozark and Yellowstone, kind of flip-flopping back and forth between the two of them. P.S. If you have any good show recommendations, holler at me in the comments, because we're always looking for new shows. We love ending our day that way. And then we go to sleep, and then I do take weekends off. That is a big thing that I set a firm boundary on within the last year, because when the pandemic first started, I was working 24/7 trying to get my business off the ground. Bo was furloughed at his old job, and things were really stressful. And it was then that I actually started growing my Instagram and my YouTube channel. And back in the day, my Instagram got deleted. I was just about to launch my first iteration of Social Video Academy. Back then it was called Entrepreneur's Guide to Video. 2 weeks before it dropped, my Instagram that I had grown to 2,500 people got deleted. And there was no way to bring it back. And I about had a heart attack. And at that point, I think I maybe had like 200 YouTube subscribers, so I didn't have a big audience. But I did have an email list that I had been focused on growing. And because I had that email list, I think it was maybe at about like 2,000 people at that point. Because of that email list, I was able to jumpstart my Instagram growth again, get some more people over onto my Instagram, and then I was able to really take off with my Instagram when Reels dropped. Reels are the biggest way that you can grow your Instagram. And any video content, really, they are pushing video so heavily. It's so intense how heavily they're pushing video. And I know it can be really overwhelming, especially if you like haven't jumped into video yet. It's kind of like, I don't want to do it. But I promise, friend, it is so doable for you. And even if you're not confident on camera, that is something that can be learned. And if you need some help getting confident on camera, check out my Confident on Camera mini course. It's in the description below. And that can be your jump start into getting on camera. And then you focus on small things. You focus on showing up on Instagram stories, and then you can make a reel, and then you can make maybe a 1 or 2 minute video that you edit together, and then you can post a YouTube video that ranks in search, and you build in that way and get more comfortable as time goes on. And honestly, the biggest thing that's going to make a difference for you in your content creation journey is showing up and being consistent, because with that consistency comes growth and you get better. Sorry, my friend just texted me. We're having a girls' night tomorrow night, and we are talking about what we should eat. I just discovered Half-Baked Harvest on Instagram. I don't know how I wasn't following her before, but I'm very excited. We're gonna try and attempt one of her recipes. I highly recommend you go through Confident on Camera so that you can start showing up for your business and making a difference and start attracting leads and customers with video. Keep an eye out for Social Video Academy if you want to learn how to use YouTube and Instagram to grow your audience and grow your income with 10 times the traffic. Let's set the scene. It's 2022 and you have no idea where to start with video. Or maybe you've already started posting videos and you're getting zero traction. Bottom line is this, you've got a business or a brand that you wanna grow online and you know video's the answer, but you don't feel polished enough to get on camera. Video tech is a huge hurdle. You have no idea what to say that will resonate with your ideal audience, and don't even mention the word strategy. Sound familiar? The truth is, my friend, video drives sales. In fact, marketers who use video grow their income 50% faster than non-video users. So whether you are wanting to grow your business or you've got a brand that you monetize, video content can help you get there. And it doesn't have to take up all your precious free time. In my free class, The Video Growth Method for Entrepreneurs, I will teach you how to grow your income with 10 times the traffic, all without becoming a full-time content creator. Sign up now, and I'll see you inside.